Ladies, gentlemen, Speakerhead Squad, what is going on? It is your boy Speakerhead, and today I have some exciting news for you all. As of recording this video about an hour or so ago, Palworld released its first official trailer for the brand new update. So today I wanted to go over some of the information we learned along with breaking down this trailer. But before we start talking about the update, just a friendly reminder that if you enjoy any of the music you hear during this video or just want to support the channel in general, it's all part of my DMCA free music label, Speakerhead Studios. This is a music label I created and run where all the songs on it are completely DMCA free, so go ahead and use any of these tracks for your content creating needs. We currently have over 70 songs available with more added frequently, so if you're interested in checking that out, all the links will be in the description below. Finally, if you enjoy this sort of content and want to see more of it, make sure to like and subscribe because it really does help out the channel. With that all said and done, let's actually start talking about some of the things we'll see in this brand new update. So to start things off, on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, we have a few little minor notes from the developers. For starters, they tell us that this new update is called Feybreak, which I really like that name. On top of this, they also tell us that this update is going to be coming out on December 23rd, so about a week or so from now. But in this Twitter or X post or whatever you want to call it, they say there's going to be brand new pals, new weapons, new buildings, and new mechanics. Lastly, they say that there's going to be a brand new faction leader, which we already kind of knew about because they did mention there was going to be a brand new tower boss in the last update. And then finally, for those who might not already have the game for some reason, it's going to be 25% off on Steam. But with those little details out of the way, let's actually start talking about the trailer and everything that we see in it. So to start things off, we see some brand new faction minions, and I think their designs are pretty cool. I'll admit they're not anything crazy, but I do personally really like the masks that they're wearing. I think they look really awesome. But shortly after this, we get a look at our first brand new pal of this update, and I really love this thing. To me, it looks like some sort of dark variant of Jet Dragon just because of those spikes coming out of his back. But regardless of what type this pal is actually going to be, I absolutely love this design. It just looks so freaking cool. But a few moments later, we get a glimpse of what I'm assuming is our brand new faction leader, and he just also looks fantastic. He definitely has a Norse-inspired design, which I really like, but this is absolutely going to be our new faction leader. But in this next scene, we see this mysterious man lifting up a massive boulder, which I mean, good for you, bro. But then suddenly he gets attacked by another brand new pal that's going to be in this update. And I really like his design with kind of like a leopard-ish design, and it just looks really cool to me. So then we see some scenes of this man and pal fighting, and honestly, this makes me think that this pal is going to have a lot of punching and kicking type moves. My guess is their attacks are going to be very similar to Anubis' exclusive moves, but just by looking at this guy, it wouldn't surprise me if this guy is going to be some sort of ground type mixed with maybe like a dragon type as well. But after a few more scenes of these two fighting, the man finally defeats this pal. I also haven't mentioned it yet, but I'm assuming this is going to be the pal that the tower boss uses. But immediately once they're done fighting, we get introduced to a couple more brand new pals along with our new armor and a brand new weapon. Quickly talking about these pals that we see, I'm assuming the one to the right is going to be some sort of grass type pal. And then the one to the left, I'm assuming is either going to be some sort of ice type pal or maybe even a neutral type pal. But as for the armor, I think it looks really awesome. I will admit that it doesn't really look too much different than the plasteel armor, but I really do like its design, and I do like those shoulder pads on it because I really like bulky armor. As for the weapon the character is holding, that's going to be a laser minigun, which I actually predicted in one of my previous videos, but I'm really excited to see that we're actually getting this weapon in this update. But in the next scene, we also see some more new pals, which I'm assuming are dark type pals just by their looks. However, the more interesting part about this scene is what the character is actually holding. So it seems like the character is using some sort of semi-auto rifle, which I'm super excited to see because I really wanted to see some more long-range weapons in this update. So then the next scene we see is going to be the character running around some buildings, and this scene is really interesting for many reasons. For starters, we see some more brand new pals, which I really love the looks of. One seems to be based off a spider, which I absolutely love that design. And then the other pal seems like some sort of giant creature, but I really love the look of this guy as well. But besides the pals we see in this scene, the more interesting part that caught my eye were the two pieces of equipment we saw. To the right, we have some sort of futuristic crate, which looks really cool, but I'm not sure what it's going to be fully used for. My guess is that it's going to be either some sort of upgrade station or it's maybe some sort of massive storage unit. But then over to the left, we see some pals and some test tubes, and I'm guessing these are going to be part of the new upgrade system they're adding. I honestly don't know all the details of it, but I have heard that they are adding some sort of new upgrade system, which I really want to see what that actually does for the pals. But once again, I'm assuming that that's what those test tubes are used for, or it could possibly be some sort of breeding or incubation type system. Now moving on in the trailer, we get some combat scenes where we see a lot more of the brand new pals that are going to be in this update. And right now I'm just going to put up some clear images of these pals that we're getting, and maybe some people in the comments below can tell me what types these pals might be. On top of this, we also see some of the brand new weapons we'll be seeing in this update as well. For starters, we see what looks like an AK-47, which I'm really happy to see another type of assault rifle in the game. And then moving on, we see what I assume to be some sort of submachine gun, which I really like. I just like how they're adding all different types of weapons. We also see a quick scene of that laser minigun in use, which looks really awesome. And then finally, we see the player using what looks like a revolver, which I'm really excited to see that they're adding different types of pistols as well. Now, the very last thing we see in this trailer is that we're getting a brand new raid boss, which is going to be that Dark Jet Dragon that I talked about earlier. And besides seeing the differences between the raid boss version versus the other normal ones that I'm assuming will be running around, I'm also curious to see if this raid boss has a unique passive skill like the other raid bosses that we've gotten. And if so, I'm curious what kind of stat boost this passive skill will give to your pal. But this was actually another prediction I assumed we were going to get during this update, so I'm really happy to see that we're actually getting a new raid boss. That being said, I'm wondering if my other prediction of them adding a secondary raid boss of just a different element type is also going to come out. But I guess we won't know until this update actually gets released. But after going through this trailer and seeing many things that this update's going to have to offer, there's a lot of things I'm honestly super excited to see. For starters, I'm really interested to see all the different types of pals we get, and I'm also curious to see what kind of abilities they have. I'm also curious about how all these new weapons will perform, along with seeing if there's going to be any other new weapons added. Finally, the thing that I'm honestly most excited for is seeing what these new upgrades are for the pals. We know that there is definitely some sort of new upgrade system coming for them, but I'm kind of interested in seeing what that actually entails. That being said, whether it's the pals, the weapons, or the upgrades, I'm ready to explore every little inch that this update has to offer. But with that, that's going to be all my general thoughts on this update. Let me know what you guys think down below. It was really fun seeing what you all had to say in the last update video that I talked about, so I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say now. Finally, once again, if you enjoyed any of the music you heard during this video or just want to support the channel in general, it's all part of my DMCA free music label, Speakerhead Studios, which you can check out in the links down below. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I'm super excited for this update. I can't wait for this thing to come out, but that's all I have to say for now. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch all y'all in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.